Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina. Tina is back in the studio. We missed her last Friday. Good morning. How are you doing,
Good
Tina?
morning. I had a super bad migraine on Friday. I woke up in the middle, like I didn't sleep very good. I got adjusted. I did some arm stuff with my arm, and I just, for some reason, woke up Friday morning like at 5 o'clock, and I just had this really bad migraine. I haven't had a migraine like that in a very long time. But those of you who get migraines know when you get migraines, you gotta like take medication. You gotta put, like I had to put my eye mask on. I had to keep everything off because like the lights were hurting me. It was just so bad. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on this show because the lights everything was hurting my eyes. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. So of course I texted Angel early in the morning and I was like, she's not gonna get this. And I couldn't stay awake. And so I took medication. It knocks me out. Put my eye mask on. I woke up probably about 1:30 that afternoon as Angel's texting, oh yes, no problem, rest. I'm like, well, that's good.
Well, that was good, right? That was good.
I said, no, I need you because I wouldn't have been able to come back on.
Well, it worked out.
Your grace. And I know it worked out because you had a bunch of other people there on Friday. I was like, perfect timing.
Yeah, we had a lot of the speakers and sponsors for the Assets Are Sexy event. So I think we had like 9 or 10 people on the show on Friday. So Assets Are Sexy is this coming Friday. You can still register for free. Get your tickets at assetsaresexy.com. So yeah, so I'm sitting here in my empty house. This is my last broadcast from my home because we are Florida bound, right? Hashtag our next chapter. Thanks to Brooke Hengst, who is my surprise guest. I wasn't expecting.
So so we have Nicolle McMillion in the house today. And I was like, you know what? I was gonna do this big thing. I was gonna, bring like all your people that have like been in your life, like just whatever. And I was like, let me not do that because then she's gonna get like so emotional, and I don't want her to get more emotional than she already is. And I was like, but let's give her like a good send off Colorado style by bringing Brooke off. So last night I was like, I gotta go. I was like, what can I do? Like, because you know me, I'm just like always thinking of things to do for you. And I'm like, what can I do for her tomorrow since it's her last day? And then I was like, Brooke. Oh. So Brooke is the one who, of course, you guys all know Brooke. She's, one of our regulars here on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, but she is also Angel's friend and real estate agent, realtor. Because I know
good pronunciation.
I know you can't say realtor. You gotta say realtor. So
it's hard. That's hard for Tina from the South. I think they want to put all those extra accents and drawls.
I always say real
syllables.
And somebody was like, Tina, how come we don't say realtor? And I was like, oh, they're realtors because I used to train real estate agents all the time in Atlanta. And somebody says, just don't say realtor because there's no A after the L. And I'm like, huh? And then so now I hear that coming all the time. Like you guys,
well, Brooke, it's good to see you here this morning. My fabulous real estate agent. How about that, right?
That's what I was just make sure that I say real estate agent so then I don't mess it up. But she's the one who sold Angel's house in 4 days. She's like a rock star agent, but I know it's gonna be hard. So Angel is in an empty house. So what is left? She's like,
well, yeah. So Tina got on this morning. She asked me if I cried this weekend, and I said no, that I did not cry, despite having a bunch of people come and say goodbye. I think mostly I'm just angry at how much stuff I own.
So how much stuff do you own, Angel?
Way too much. And we did like an early purge in the summer, got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. We have been like, we sold all of our furniture, and we've been going and doing
every bit of your furniture you have sold.
Yeah. Yesterday the desk went. The entertainment center and yeah, my bed went yesterday. So yeah, it's I have a folding table.
Yeah. For those of you guys who follow Angel on her Facebook, she just posted a little behind the scenes action.
Yeah, this is we have Jay's bike.
Okay.
There's one random lamp back there too, it looks like, in the corner.
There is that's gonna be my diva lamp for the trip. Right, because you never know when you might need like an emergency lighting. So that's gonna be my emergency lighting.
So today is closing day.
It is closing day, right, Brooke?
We're staying in a hotel
Yes,
tonight,
it is.
and tomorrow morning you guys are heading in 3 cars all the way to sunny Florida.
Yes, we are. We have 3 cars caravanning from Denver to Florida first thing
Are you
tomorrow.
guys gonna stay like this, or are you guys just gonna be like, oh, we'll meet you at this place?
Oh no, we'll stay together. We'll stay together. Yeah. So we've done it in 2 cars. We've done when we moved my daughters down there a couple years ago. We did it in 2 cars and just, caravanned, and we kind of switched back and forth because there was 4 of us in 2 cars. This time there's 3 of us in 3 cars, so there would be no switching back and forth. But
It's gonna be like, you guys, there's no talking.
I've got my cowboy hat, so it's like Smokey and the Bandit, right? So I'm like ready to go. East down and rolling up in trucking or something like that, right?
So do you have your playlist? Do you have your podcast list that you're going to listen to?
I do have my podcast list. It's a little bit of a repeat.
Your next
Yep, it's a repeat of all my $1 million ideas are going to come out of this road trip. So enough about me, because this is my life, and now it's kind of overwhelming and to repeat it.
This has been a 3-month, almost like a 3-month, no, less than that.
It's been 6 weeks, and here's how I know. I went and got my hair cut, and I wasn't moving when I went and got my hair cut. I went last Friday, and now we're moving. And she's like, wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Did you just not tell me? I'm like,
you're like, oh wait, I am. I sold my house. We're moving. We're all packed up. This is the last time you're going to see me.
Yeah. Right. It's
like, what?
Wait, you didn't tell me this the last time. Like, I wasn't. It all happened in this short window, short period of time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Before you call Brooke and tell you want to put your house on the market, be ready to move. She's like,
you're not the only one. We have had several guests on our show the last couple of months who said, I just got the whim to start looking on the internet one night, and we said, okay, we'll sell a house, and bam, we sold our house, and now we're homeless.
kind of homeless. Okay, so Nicolle, where do you live? Where are you coming to us from?
I'm in the LA area. So I was just telling Tina how we have fall for like 1 hour in the morning, and then it goes into summer. Weird weather.
Well, let me tell you, I woke up to 30-degree weather this morning, and I was like, oh.
Is that good, bad? Like,
well, I'd rather be cold than hot. So, I have all my covers.
How are we friends, right?
I mean, but I love the beach.
Brooke is my beach buddy. Like, long before she was my real estate agent, she was my beach buddy. We've been to Mexico multiple times together.
And we're overdue, Angel. We're so overdue. We've got to book a trip.
I remember back in the day, back in April, when we were supposed to all be in Mexico, and you were like, I think it was like this weekend we were supposed to be in Mexico.
Yeah, every year.
The sad part is I'm supposed to be in Peru right now, and I had to cancel that trip.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So Nicolle, you've got your 1 hour of fall, and then it goes back to summer.
And then it's full blown summer. It's just sunny.
Well, what is the temperature like?
It's not like excruciatingly hot, but it's still very warm all day long. So it's like, I don't know how to dress. It's a dress in layers.
With the light breeze?
Yeah, light breeze.
So that's what San Diego is. So I'm from San Diego, and you guys all know I'm a Cali girl. But I always say this is San Diego weather, 72 with a nice breeze. Like, it's always like that. Always.
Well, everybody's teasing me about that I'm leaving this dry weather for
cold weather for
but
hot weather.
I'm all right. I think it'll be fun. I think, I'm looking forward to it.
Your hair is going to do differently in Florida, though.
Everything's going to be different. Everything's going to be different. But Brooke, you've been a rock star about making it so. You've just made it so easy. She handles everything, and like so much of it is automated, and we get little messages on our phone, and All I had to do was load up our stuff. Although we didn't even do that. We hired, the high school has these, this like fundraiser they do, and you can hire high school football players to come and do whatever. And they loaded all of our boxes. They loaded all of our boxes in 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's
amazing.
awesome.
How many pods did you have?
Too many.
How big are they?
They're not that big. They're like
They're not that big.
they're not that big. And had we had furniture, this is not the direction we would go. But because we're not moving directly into a home, and we need to store our stuff for could be up to 4 months. We didn't want to be moving stuff in and out and finding. So put them in pods. We were really crossing our fingers, hoping there was only going to be 3, but we filled 4 pods.
It's probably good for that. It's good that you hired high school kids, because they can kind of like Tetris the boxes, like back.
They just, oh my gosh, I just couldn't believe it. They hauled them all because they were in our basement, and they hauled them all out. I mean, in 2 hours they were done. And like, it was just like impressive.
I'm like, all right, we're done.
All this like leftover random stuff, right? All the loosey-goosey stuff that didn't really fit in boxes. And it turned out like all the leftover loosey-goosey stuff filled a pod, like a whole pod.
It's hard for those kind of things, because you have to have like a perfect spot to fit, to fit those in. It's not like they can fit in a box that you could just stack.
Yeah, no, the ones that have boxes were super, quick, easy peasy, all fit in there beautifully. Like, we had these wardrobe boxes, and they'd stacked like perfectly, one right on top of the other. And that's how tall the pod was. And so it was perfectly designed for moving boxes, but not furniture. But we don't have any furniture. Michael's got his stuff, very little furniture, but there's like garage stuff and ladders. I don't know.
Things that you really can't take with you, right?
What?
Things that you really can't take with you?
Oh no. Well, I know it's all coming. It's just in a pod, but
So I mean, like, you can't take your grill.
nope, we sold it.
Okay.
Got rid of the lawnmower, the snow blower, the grill.
I was like, oh yeah, we can't take. They're like, we can't pack that. I'm like, why? They're like, because it has gas in it. I went, oh.
Yeah. So we did, it's all. And the trash guy, we're going to have to be out there. Give him a nice little tip tomorrow morning.
Please just take the rest of this.
Take everything left. Nicolle, when was the last time you moved?
I haven't moved in some years. I'm originally from Texas, and so when I moved to California, I just kind of stayed here.
Yeah. Well, how long ago was that?
That was maybe 20 years ago.
Okay, so same thing. We've been in this house 21 years. So I didn't know how to move. I remember calling Brooke, and she's like, well, have you done this, and this? I'm like, no, I have no idea what to do. It's been 21 years since I bought a house. I've moved.
And you accumulate so much, and you don't even realize.
I know, every drawer, you like pull stuff out of the cupboards, and then
Look
at all this stuff. Yeah, so we've thrown away a lot, gotten rid of a lot, donated a lot, but there's still just way too much. Any like packing tips, Brooke, or tips for people who are thinking of moving, or what they should do before they call you?
Before you decide that you want to move.
It's interesting because I see a lot of moves, and I see a lot of dysfunction and chaos. And so for me, I tell my clients, I live vicariously through you guys, and I see the moves, and I'm staying put. I'm never moving. But no, really, I mean, for me, I am going back to our major mom days with Angela Cody Roger. She's been in my home multiple times. Mm-hmm. I am of the mindset that everything in my house is either has a home, needs to go in the trash, or can be donated.
So if stuff that has a home, that was the scariest, because when you've got cupboards and closets.
This has a home. It goes right here.
Yeah. I have 1,000 million things that had homes.
It had a home.
And then it goes back and goes.
That's the scary part, is when you've got room to put it in. Like we have a big basement, we've got cupboards and storage and closets, and we had We had room for it all. We had this entertainment center that stored like 500 VHSs. So guess what we owned?
500 VHS.
You
Yeah.
still own them to this day?
No, not now, but that's what was in there.
Oh my God. What did you do with them?
Oh, you know what? I think we had to even throw them away. Like nobody would even take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's harder when you have kids too, especially when your kids were born in the home.
Mhm.
The extraneous items that kids have that end up in places that we didn't even know those things had a home.
Yeah.
It makes it really hard.
Yeah.
And all your kids grew up and lived in that home.
They did. Michael was 2 when we moved in here. And so he's never moved before. He's never known, he's never had to move before.
So did you find any like, like when I moved, I found like when I would move things, the kids would write something on the wall, or I would.
Oh yeah. We've got writing all over this place. We've got, in the garage, there's like a little notes we left each other in the garage, and behind in the closet, like I left little love notes for the kids inside with like those little painter pens. Yeah. So new family's got, some of it's been repainted over, but yeah, they're going to find some little secrets.
But you
They'll
have
find
a
some
great
cute things. I think they'll think that's adorable.
Yeah, I think that was awesome. Well, and you also have a great family moving in too.
We do. It's a cute little family. Well, they're not a family, it's a couple, but they want to have a family. And we had said that was one of the things that allowed us to let this go, was just saying that right now there's a family that's praying for this house, and this house needs a family. We raised our kids here. There's a slide, a little tubular slide off the 2nd story deck. And there's a place for a playground, and they've got big bedrooms. And I mean, it's just, in its walking distance, the elementary school, the middle school, the high school, the library, the parks. It needs a family. And it's time for Jay and I to start a new season with a pool.
Right. And I love that you said that, and like literally the next day you're like, guess what I just found in our offer? Like it was their letter that said this whole thing. And I was like, Angel, you just now said yesterday that there was a family praying for this.
That I did cry when Jay and I bawled like babies when we read their letter. Yeah
That was like the tipping point for her. She was like, now I know that we're doing the right thing.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get to know Nicolle a little bit better. Nicolle, so normally how the show goes is I have a great big monitor, and I've got your bio up here, and I've got our sponsor screen up and all this stuff. I don't have any of that because I have my little teeny bitty little laptop today. So Nicolle, I don't have your bio up that I can get to quick and easy and read it. So would you just introduce yourself, tell our audience like who you are, what you do, like what makes you so special and unique, and then I'll like
special
emphasize it.
Sure. Did you say supersize it? I thought I was the only one that knew what supersize was. That's like so like. Anyways, hi guys, I'm Nicolle, and I do marketing. That's what I do in a nutshell. I started Build to Build Studio, which is my consulting agency. We do marketing strategy for entrepreneurs, and something I'm super passionate about. I was telling Tina the other day that it kind of happened organically for me. I wasn't really looking for it. I'm a network marketer and a beauty specialist, like a guru. I do makeup, freelance makeup, all that.
You can't tell that you do professional makeup.
Her makeup is perfect. It's beautiful.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Like,
So I
should put on some lip gloss.
Oh, thank you guys. So yeah, that's kind of what I still do, but I'm noticing that I'm migrating more into marketing, and it happened organically because I was just tired of making common sales. You know what I mean by common? Like making enough, but I was like, I want to make like 20 times this. So I'm gonna have to up my marketing skills, right? And I just, over the last maybe 5 years, I've just really like geeked out on all things marketing, and to the point where you guys know, as entrepreneurs, when you start really making some noise for yourself, people start asking you like, well, how are you doing that? And so that's how I got into marketing consulting. and, you know, becoming more of a strategist, more of an expert in the area, because people were taking notice. And so that's what I do. I help others kind of model what I do, and help them grow their individual businesses, predominantly network marketers, but I do have some corporate clients that I'm excited about. So, and I do have some tips to share today too, so I'm excited about that. So thank you for having me.
And she also has something that she's working on that I'm holding her feet to the fire with.
Oh my goodness. I love Tina because we met not too long ago through Michelle Cunningham. And Tina, I love her boldness. And I'm so excited to get to know you too, Angel, because if you're anything like Tina, you guys are like accountability partners. And she was like, so do you have a book? And I'm like, girl, I just met you. And I was like, but I'm glad you asked, because I have two that I've been working on for the last year. And she's like, well, you need to get one done already. And I'm like, yes, I love you. I love you. So yeah, I'm working on a marketing book. It's called Marketing A to Z. And it's nearing completion. So I'm excited about that. And it's basically just going over marketing strategy, tactics, practical application. So I'm excited about it.
I love it. I love it. I published a book a couple years ago called The ABCs of Exposure. And it was like an alphabetical guide.
Telling you about. She was like, I wanted to do this. I was like, oh my God, Angel did one too.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So that is Tina, I think, has kind of, she's our, she's the gratitude specialist and customer retention, but her leading question for everybody is, do you have a book? Have you published a book?
Well, it was because we were promoting the relationship marketing online, that we're, the mastery thing that we're doing. Angel's new media mastery group just started last week. And I was getting some more people in there. And so that's when I was, do you have a book? Do you have a book? Do you have a book? And
I loved it. I loved it.
See where I can put them, Since we have the new Tickle Pink media package for new authors, I was like, that's like the first question I asked now, where can I put you?
Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it because, when you're in the game, when your head's like this and you're like, I'm going to win this, I'm going to do this. You need the Tinas and the Angels, and you need that. So I was like, girl, we're best friends. Like, we're best friends.
I love it.
When I think about it, I'll be like, how are you doing on your book? And she's like, oh man.
Exactly.
All right. Well, okay. Well, you said you had a couple tips. I'd love to hear them.
I do. I recently did a small kind of course of teaching on kind of like a daily marketing strategy that people could implement now. And that kind of came from my own personal frustration of like, I would ask people, well, how do you do this? Or how do you do this? And they would give me some like umbrella blanket answer. And I'm like, dude, just tell me what you did. And I always wished that I had that. And so when people ask me like, well, how are you at least being consistent? Can you just tell me like how do I see you everywhere all the time, like every day? And so I tell people to do the AAA method. And that's kind of what I held myself accountable to when I first got started. And what it stands for is announcement, attraction, and assets. And so I just wanted to simplify it for people who are looking for like a quick nugget, just something they can start today. And so the first one is announcement. And what that means is it's just a daily reminder to announce to people that you're here. So that can work in any industry. Like I'm here selling magnetic eyelashes, or Brooke's here selling real estate, or Tina's here selling her new book, or whatever, right? It applies to every kind of field.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to tell people what we do, right? That we're open for business.
I think people forget that very simple step is that if you're not making an announcement of some sort every day, you're not in business. Like people don't know you're here.
Yeah.
And so I try to remind myself that if I'm not going live or recording my podcast or putting up some type of photo or some type of announcement, then people don't know.
Or makeup tutorial.
I love doing makeup tutorials. The second step to that is attraction. And I kind of remind myself that by doing those daily steps of announcing that I'm attracting customers, friends like Tina and Angel, I'm attracting people that are like-minded. And that's not only going to build my business, but it's going to build others. And so I'm super huge on serving people. And so I'm committed to attracting that which is going to build my bank account, build up others, right? So attraction is key. And then last but not least, the third A stands for assets. And this is super huge for me, which is, I heard one of you saying that earlier this morning, talking about assets. Is it an upcoming course or something?
Yeah, it's a day-long event with Sharon Lecter, and it's called Assets Are Sexy, and it's on Friday. Starts 9 a.m. Pacific time. You can register for free at assetsaresexy.com. So I'd love to have you there.
That's so cool. I'm going to check that out when we get off for sure.
Yeah, I don't hear a lot of other people use the word assets, so I can't wait to hear your tips on assets.
I totally thought of that word to remind myself why I need to push daily, because I am a mommy of four teenagers.
Oh, God bless you. Oh my goodness.
And when you think about daily content to build your business, when you think about marketing, advertising daily, like you can kind of get a little overwhelmed. And you just don't want to some days. You know, we're human, even though we're experts in our field, we get tired. You know, we have human schedules. And I had to think of a word that would make me get up in the morning and do what I had to do. And so I started looking at my daily content as an asset versus like a task that I need to check off. And so what I mean by assets is that when you create the content, like the Angel and Tina show, that's your content. When I create my makeup tutorial, that's mine. And I can repurpose that for years to come, right? It's mine, I own it. I might not own the Zoom platform or the Facebook platform, right? But I own my stuff. And when I started to think about it as, you know, I can dip into that photo session that I had the other day for multiple things, right? For a book cover, for a tutorial, for an e-course, right? Whatever. I started getting really excited because I was like, you know what? I'm building a whole catalog of items that I can pass on to my kids. Like these are assets. They're not just like a cute little daily post to market my stuff. This is stuff that I own. And so I just want to encourage people that are like, man, I don't want to do the daily blah, blah, blah. It's like, do the daily blah, 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 because it's your asset. You're building your legacy and you don't even probably realize it just by marketing daily. And so I hope that the AAA marketing technique helps somebody just kind of put some fire under their butt and go market what you do.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Nicolle, how do people reach out to you? How do they get in touch with you?
So you can kind of find me on all platforms just by going to my website. It's www.builttobuild.studio. And that's build.studio. And I also have an e-course. I have a course that you can take online. It's normally $10, but I have a promo code for all of your watchers. So everyone can take it for free.
Wow.
So, yeah, I wanted to gift all listeners, everyone who's watching, a $10 coupon to take my course free. And so you just go to smartphonestartup.school. That's the name of my course, Smartphone Startup School. And the code is Angel Tina.
Yay!
So yeah, you can take the course for free. It's super fun. And what it does is it walks you through how to do daily posts, daily content, daily sales from your smartphone. So it's super fun. Super fun.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, well, Miss Brooke, I don't have your bio in front of me either.
That's okay.
Supersize yourself, Brooke, and tell us who you are.
I got to go back to Nicolle for a second because I was looking for a tutorial on how to do zombie makeup for Halloween for one of my kids. And I YouTubed it and I Googled it and I was like shocked that there was not a step-by-step on how to create zombie makeup.
Okay, but to be honest, I seen your girls yesterday and they looked pretty amazing. So without a step-by-step thing, you rocked it.
Thank you. There was a lot of like, okay, let's just try this here. Okay, that didn't go well. Okay, let's just fix it. So
a lot of blue.
Yes. But no, thank you guys for having me. I mean, I'm just so blessed to be able to have been on the journey with the Tussey family on the sale of their house. But yeah, that's what I do in the Denver market here. The exciting thing for me, this hasn't been announced yet, but I just signed an expansion contract yesterday that I am growing teams now. So I have a team started down in Colorado Springs, and then the Denver team starting pretty much now. So I am expanding to be able to sell real estate, but also bring up baby agents into my organization to build a big business and have a big life.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things about Brooke that is so unique. Not only does, of course, she buy and sells, but she teaches other real estate agents how to be rock star real estate agents, because kind of like you, Nicolle, like she learned, all of these other ways to market herself and to build those relationships and connections. And I think, a lot of people are asking, okay, how did you do it? How did you do it? And so for you to be expanding is just, an absolutely perfect natural next step for you.
It's a good progression and I'm excited about it. And, I do sell real estate at a high volume and I love what I do, but I always say to people, I don't wake up passionate about, I'm so excited to negotiate this inspection resolution today. That's not what fuels me. I'm good at it. I can do them. But what I've found fuels me is being able to sit in front of agents for 2 to 3 hours and just pour into them. And that's been really cool to be able to do. Yeah.
I love that you said that. Like, there are pieces for all of us in business that are necessary, but not necessarily what fuels us. And so being able to stay in our lane, maybe delegate, scale it, automate some of those other pieces, because we should wake up with like the things that light us. Even though we're good at it, we can do it. And I think this is a struggle that most entrepreneurs get into, because I can do it and I am good at it, that it's on my plate, which is why we're spinning around just being busy, but not necessarily productive and effective and profitable. Really, that's I think what's stopping most of us from being profitable. What do you guys think?
I think that too, but a lot of it, and I just posted this on my Facebook a couple of days ago, what are your daily method of operation? Like, what do you do every single morning when you wake up? And I got probably about 100 comments of what people have done. And you can tell the people who are like those 6 and 7 figure earners, what they do, and the people who are not 6 and 7 figures and what they do. So I want to ask the two of you girls, what do you guys do every day? Like, you have to do it.
I can go first.
I'm going to tell you.
Because I'm so passionate about this subject. I've never heard it described as the daily method of operation, but that's exactly what it is. I call mine Produce 60, and it's actually a course that I'm working on now. And what it is it's my power hour. And we've all heard of the power hour before. I didn't invent that, but I definitely utilize it. And what I do in the morning is, after you do like your personal, to-dos, that's what I kick my business day off with, is that power hour, making sure that I'm following up, starting new conversations, things like that. And so I need to do that. I absolutely have to kickstart my day with that, because it sets the tone for the rest of the day.
But Nicolle, what do you do what's your morning routine, your personal morning routine? What do you do for that?
So prayer first, then coffee.
Amen.
No, I need both. Like, y'all don't even want to like me without Jesus and some caffeine.
Like I have this shirt that says I need Jesus and coffee every day.
That's me. That shirt was made for me. Like, if I don't have both, y'all don't want to be my friend.
And don't talk to me until I've had both. I saw
a t-shirt the other day. It said, "I'm only talking to Jesus today." And I thought, I like that.
Me too.
So that's like my number 1 and 2, and then work out, and then probably eat something.
What do you do for a workout?
We're
getting like all personal and in your business. I know.
No, that's fine. I actually use two machines because I like working from home. I realize that I work out more when my stuff is at home. So I use like a rowing machine. Mm-hmm. And then that's kind of like my cardio stuff. And then I use the DB method machine. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
It's really cool.
Oh, I just ordered something similar, Nicolle.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, it's like it's like abs and booty kind of.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
Do you like that machine?
I'm sorry?
Do you like that machine?
I love it. It's nice.
Cool.
It's nice and painful. That's what we need. We need painful.
No pain, no
Yeah.
gain.
Right?
Yeah. So
Well,
that, and
Angel
then
has a Peloton that she swears by.
I want one. Who has one? Angel?
Angel
Yeah.
does, and she loves it.
Oh wow.
We
I'm
got
gonna
it in February, and of course, then COVID hit, and it was perfect to have it in the house.
Yeah.
And although I only rode it 6 times in all of October, like the whole month of October, I only was on it
Kind of busy.
6 times. Yeah, you don't need to when you're packing, right? When you're up and down the stairs and you're hauling boxes and cleaning out cupboards, right? Yeah, you don't need to work out
Right,
as
those
much.
muscles that you're like,
Uh,
oh.
Yeah, my son, who's 23, oh my gosh, he was exhausted yesterday from all the packing and moving and up and down the stairs. He probably went up and down the stairs 100 times, and he's like, stairs, oh, stairs, because we have 3 stories. Although yesterday we had actually only wouldn't have even been the basement, because the basement, Brooke, was the first thing to be completely cleaned out and then
Wow.
quarantined, right? We're like, nobody go down there. It's perfectly clean and it's quarantined. There's nothing in it. And yeah, that was the very first space that we completely
Wow.
cleaned out. So yeah, but I do the Peloton. And I do love it. And it has all sorts of ways to like inspire you and motivate you and keep track of you and your weekly streaks. And yeah, and now they have added these bar classes that I really like.
Okay,
So
remember you told me to download the Peloton. Well, somebody told me to download the Peloton app, so I did, and I've been this whole weekend been taking the bar classes.
okay.
I promised myself that every day I'll do my 10,000 steps, so I've been doing that, and I've been doing the bar classes, and
Yeah.
some of them I can't do because of my shoulder, and so the little.
Yeah.
I mean, my arm, half my arm goes up and the other half is good, but I'm like, oh, I was finding some muscles I never knew I had.
Yeah, the Peloton's coming with us. It's not getting packed up for storage. It's coming with us because I got to
That's
do
so
something.
funny. It's coming.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Can't
Otherwise,
live without it.
I would just be a little roly poly. I mean, not that I'm not already, but and
She's the roly poly.
I had packed up, all of this stuff. So we're kind of like, we're packing everything that's for storage and then what we may or may not need for the next 4 months. And I realized I didn't leave out any skinny jeans. And so I was telling Jay, when you come across the box that says Angel's Closet in her pants, because all my pants were and skirts were in one box, I'm like, let me know, because I didn't leave out any skinny jeans.
Did
I
you
have my boots.
find the box?
Yep. And there they were right on top. I just plucked them right out. I'm like, okay, good to go.
Good.
And they fit, and I'm wearing them today. And I even got them on buttons
Look at
and everything,
that.
because I have to leave the house.
Mine aren't fitting yet. Okay, so Brooke, what is your morning routine? What do you do? Like, what time do you get up and what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm a Miracle Morning gal. Hal Elrod, love that book, love his podcast. Yeah. But before I tell you this, I have to be totally transparent and honest that I've been struggling with my Miracle Morning. Here is the perfect Miracle Morning, and then I'll tell you what life is with 2 7-year-olds and getting kids out the door.
My Miracle Morning that I get, it's a miracle that
That's a miracle, right? Miracle nonetheless.
Right. But when I'm on my game, I'm about 5:15, 5:30 wake time, and then I have a 60-minute Miracle Morning routine that always runs 10 minutes over. And it is meditating, writing my affirmations, reading, a little bit of visualization, and I get sucked into that, all cozied up with my dogs and my book and just feeling in that Zen moment. And then my kids wake up. So then everything just kind of goes from there. Yeah. But when I have that time in the morning, oh my gosh, I feel so just accomplished that I've been able to get more done by 6:15, 6:20 than most people do an entire day just in that Miracle Morning session.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Like, and that's what the post was about last week, is all those 6 and 7 figure earners said they get up at 5 o'clock, they work out, they do their gratitude, they do their prayer, meditation, they write their I am statements, they do visualization. It was like the same 5 or 6, and then they make their bed. So it was like the same 5 or 6.
Oh, I make my bed. Yeah.
That every 6 and 7 figure earner does to start their day. Meditation and prayer, meditation, make their bed, meditation and prayer, visualization, I am statements. Sometimes some of them read, and then they worked out or did yoga or something like that. But it was like always the same 5 things. And I was like, I go back in there, and I told people, imagine that, the same 5 or 6 things that all of these people have in common, like everything the 6 and 7 figure earners are doing. Yep. And some people are like, oh, I wake up at 9 o'clock, and I'm like.
The other one I love, I got to tell you, I am an Audible junkie. And so even after my miracle morning, while I'm getting ready, there's always an Audible book or an instructional program or a podcast. And I joke with my kids because I'm on a Darren Hardy kick. I'm doing Insane Productivity and Ludicrous. I'm listening to a module every single day. And my kids are like, Mom, do we have to listen to this guy again? And I'm like, yeah. Because I want you to be brainwashed by Darren Hardy and Insane Productivity.
Years, like, Mom, remember that time that you made us listen to those guys? I just remember one of the things that I knew everything he had to say.
Yes. They're like, do you know him? I'm like, actually, I do. I've gone to his high performance forum twice, So.
Yeah. That was one of the earliest ones. Carrie Conley and I became accountability partners on was Darren Hardy's Insane Productivity. And so we did that. I do the same thing at like 5 or 6 o'clock, only it's at PM. I don't do anything in the morning.
Like, because this is Angel. I'm always doing the things in the morning. I used to not be a morning person, and Angel goes, "Yeah, see, I do all that stuff, but at night."
At the nighttime, at the end of the day, like I exercise at the end of the day. I do all my affirmations, like all of that. At the end of the day, I don't do anything in the morning. I sleep until the absolute last minute that I know that I need to get up, like to get myself out the door ready. Yeah, I am not I'm not a morning person, but
you've earned it. You earned it. You do it whenever you want.
Yeah, I do it.
Okay, so but Angel, for the next 3 days, you're going to be in the car by yourself driving. So what are your top podcasts that you're going to be listening to? I know the one guy.
Oh, I'd have to look it up, but hold on. I got to do our spotlight.
Oh my gosh, it's 11:40 already.
Yeah. So I got to talk about, and I would hold up a graphic. I would share my screen, but I'm working on my laptop today. And so I don't have, all the different things going on. So I'm just going to tell you about our fabulous sponsors. We have 3 of them. Zandra TV Network, we're globally and digitally streamed, syndicated on all the on-demand channels, all your favorite on-demand TV channels, like the new logos, right, are now Roku, Apple TV, Chromecast, and all of that. You can find the Zandra TV Network there, which is where you will find the Angel and Tina morning show. So we're so excited that the Zandra TV Network is our sponsor and our award-winning producer, and we are globally syndicated through them. If you've ever thought about taking your content and hosting your own TV show, schedule an affordable global discovery call at beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com. Bliss by the Lake Boutique is our clothing sponsor, and they have all of their fall and winter wardrobe is actually out now. They get new inventory every single week. So follow Bliss by the Lake Boutique on social media for their fashion shows and trunk shows. And if you're just feeling a little overwhelmed, here it is Monday morning. If you haven't got your miracle morning and all of that figured out, like, how do I do it all? Well, here's our secret. Don't hire a VA or even a team of virtual assistants that can take it all off of your plate so that you get to do what you do best and hire out for all the rest. And when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show, when you go to sonicva.com, they're going to give you a 10% discount off your first 40 hours of VA service. That's sonicva.com, sonicva.com. Sonic VA, Zandra TV Network, and Bliss by the Lake. We say thank you, Nicolle, Brooke, for making the morning show what it is, this unscripted, bright start to your day. Super excited to have you both here with us today, sharing not only our marketing tips, but also you sent me a card in the mail, Brooke, that said relax. And I really, other than the part that I had to do, I could totally relax on the part that you are doing. We are moving out of our house tomorrow morning. This time we will be
Like,
on the road. I know, I'm looking at the clock. We will already be on the road. So this is my last live broadcast from this home that I have been in
this is
for
our last
21
broadcast
years.
from Mountain Time. She'll be now
That's
Eastern.
true.
I know. I'm looking at my schedule, and Nicolle, I'm in Mountain Time, you're in Pacific. I'm moving to the East Coast. So my whole schedule, like I typically work like 8:30 to 6 Mountain Time.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's 10:30. I don't have to start. And I'm like, y'all know, I'm like, Angel gets to sleep in. I am so excited about that. But that means I'm working till 8 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, it's going to take me a while to adjust to my new.
Yeah, like last
You could
week
shift. You could shift
yeah.
the hours.
on the media mastery, she was like, because I guess somebody asked, like, is this every Monday at 6:30? She goes, yeah, but don't put it in your calendar like that because it might change.
It might change.
Because next week I'm going to the East Coast and I might need to move this earlier.
Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
and my daughters, right? My daughters they have Monday off, Monday nights off. And so it's like, well, we could have dinner with them on Mondays if I can shift my Media Mastery Live just a little bit earlier. So to match up so we can, have family time, because they work weekends. They work at Disney. So they work weekends. So I might also shift like my work schedule, my work schedule. Brooke, you do that. You work weekends. So do you take a day off during the week or?
The attempt is there. My assistant is laughing at me right now. Yeah, the attempt is there. So.
Right, her take off.
She's always working. Yeah,
I'm
always working.
comes out, Brooke.
I'm always working.
The attempt is there, yeah.
Nicolle, do you work like Monday through Friday, Tuesday
No,
through Saturday, all day, every day?
I freelance a lot, so I'm just like everywhere all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when COVID first hit, we were working all the time.
Yeah.
12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so after a couple of months of that, I thought, I got to put the brakes on this. And so I turned off my computer Friday night at 6:00, and I don't turn it back on until Monday morning at 8, just to give myself like some break and some unplug and to make sure I have a life outside of working, right? But I will tell you, the head conversations, the fights, you should be working, there's stuff to do. No, I'm off, and no, I can relax, and it can keep it.
This isn't outside your head. This is all inside.
inside my head.
Yeah, this is why I don't take a day off. It eats away at me.
It really does, and it's like that mom guilt, like,
Oh gosh,
I'm spending time with my kids. But I'm not working. But I'm not spending time with my kids. It's like, but I'm not spending time with my family. I'm not doing self-care, but I'm not working. And the things that go on in an entrepreneur's head is they definitely need to do some kind of study on our brains.
Okay, so Nicolle, what do you have coming up? What exciting projects do you have coming up?
Yeah, Nicolle, what exciting products do you have coming up?
Tina, I have my book coming out super soon, the Marketing A to Z. And so I'm excited to kick off the new year with that release. And then the ongoing course that I have, Smartphone Startup School. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's a winner right there, right? So Smartphone Startup .school, right?
Yeah,
that's a good website too. And it's a $10 course. You get but you can take it for free when you use the promo code Angel Tina. So Angel Tina, just like our name is worth $10 today.
$10. And we just gotta, one of those, maybe it's not one of those kind of names, because when people become a couple, like celebrities become a couple, and they
it's like
they put the names together,
like Brangelina. Yeah.
Angel and I we already got a drink. We had our morning show. We have a summit. We have our we have our cup. So now we have our name.
You have Angel Tina.
Angel Tina. Let's call us Angel Tina. How about you, Brooke? What do you have exciting coming up? in the
You know,
next,
exciting coming up. I mean, beyond the team building that we're doing here in Colorado Springs and Denver, thanks to you, Angel, and Tina, and being a part of the mastermind group that I've been, I have created some content. So I've been creating content around educating agents. I've got lead gen like a pro, building a 6-figure database, and I'm just putting my finishing touches on those pieces to be able to share with people. Because now it's a matter of being able to attract, people that might need me as a coach or mentor or trainer in the real estate world, but also people that want to be on my team. So it's a really cool place to be, just to share the things that I've always shared, but in a way where people are attracted to working with me too.
Yes.
How do people get in touch with you?
The best thing is going to be website sellwithbrooke.com. On Facebook and Instagram, it's Sell with Brooke also. So that's the best place to reach me.
Look at that branding. Sell with Brooke everywhere.
Yes.
Sell with Brooke. We did find a buy and sell with Brooke on social media. I was like, that's too complicated and wordy. We're just Sell with Brooke.
Sell and buy or buy and sell?
It's like buy and sell with Brooke.
Yeah.
That's not as catchy.
No, just sell.
And
she will, and she does.
In less than 4 days.
Hey, I had some that moved quicker than you. Those are always fun.
Yeah, and we said we had dinner. We had kind of our final dinner, farewell dinner with my in-laws. They live here, and yeah, they're sold in 3 days. So it's like this whole, mine sold in 2.
Well,
like,
Michelle Cunningham's, she sold in 1 day.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, that's freaky. I mean, it's great news because we were trying to work around my production schedule, and we had the Connect Summit that was coming up, and all of these things, and it's like, okay, how are we going to? Where am I going to broadcast?
Yeah.
If this house needs to be.
Well, and in fact, we were doing the Angel and Tina morning show, and she was like,
during a showing.
Yeah, people were coming into the house. I don't
like the inspector. I think the inspector had come in or something like that.
He got there early that day. Yeah,
that's
right.
He did. Yeah, and he was in and out. So
she was like, "I'm so sorry." There was
or the appraiser, I think, came early.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that want to see the house when there's a village. An absolute village. All right. Well, ladies, I'm super excited, Brooke, that you came on just a couple minutes before. She's like, I brought a surprise guest for you. And
you never know with me. She's like, oh man.
I was like, why? I wasn't like, oh, shoot. Who was that going to be? And then when it was you, it's like, okay, I can take Brooke, right? Like Brooke is my speed. She's not going to make me cry. Right?
No. I'll try not to cry at your closing today. So,
I had, when we got the letter from the buyers, when they put in their contract or bid or offer.
Yeah, their offer.
And
their bid.
We had said that this house needs a family, that somebody is praying for this house right now, like to allow ourselves to release it. And they, in the letter, talked about, okay, yeah, see, this is it. Walking their kids to school. And that's what sold us on this house, was that we could walk our kids to school. And they, oh my God. Okay. Show over. Anyways, that was when I cried. I'm super excited for the new chapter, the new season, where we're going. We're going to be with our kids. Like, our kids are in Florida, and we're going to have a pool, and it's going to be fabulous. But wow, yeah, it's 21 years. My babies grew up here. And okay, I'm done.
I feel so honored to be on the show today, because
I'm super excited about she's trying to dry her eyes. I'm super excited because this week, while Angel is driving, I have a couple of co-hosts who are going to join me this week. Michelle Cunningham is going to be with me on Tuesday and Thursday, and Michelle Eldridge is going to be with me on Wednesday. We got some fabulous guests coming up this week, so you guys are going to be amazed. Angel, I'm going to let you go ahead and do are you okay now?
Okay.
Okay. She's Angel's birthday. I'll close out the show.
Now, this is one of those things. Carrie, you guys all know Carrie Conley. Her and I have been dear friends. We've shared some fun stages together, and and she laughs at me because she gets on stage and she starts telling, you know, a lot of her story, and it's very emotional. And so she cries, and she's like, Angel, she'll get up there and she's like, just bats her eyes, and then she gets right back on track again. I'm like, I got to pull it together, right? Like, I got to, yeah. So I'm good. You know, and it's going to be so much fun. I've got a bottle of Prosecco that we're ready to open this afternoon, and to celebrate the next chapter and all of this fun stuff. Brooke, you've been fabulous. Nicolle, thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having me.
This is her little going away party.
Yeah,
I know, I feel so special. Like, what a memory.
it really is. You get to see me in my empty home. All right, well, I'm Angel Tuzzi. I am your media exposure specialist. If you are looking for more exposure, want more people to say, I've heard of you, leveraging the power of radio, television, magazines, podcasts, summits, being interviewed, our magic formula is 2 interviews a week, 1 press release a month, but you don't have to know it all to get started. So we put together a complimentary starter kit to give you some guaranteed media exposure, what journalists are looking for, how to pitch, who to pitch, and what to pitch. You can get that at my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. Like Tina mentioned earlier, if you have a book and you want to launch, we have our Tickled Pink Media Launch Package to help you get launched in a really big way. Go out big, right? You've put together a book. Let's celebrate it in a really big way. And if you already have a book and you're just looking for more stages and want to be a part of an accountability and support group that every week we meet for media training, online marketing training, and booking on stages, we have our online relationship mastery program, and that's on Wednesdays. So if you are interested in any of that, you can text the word angel to 26786. That's the word angel to 26786. And we can't wait to help you get more media exposure.
Amazing. Well, we appreciate you guys for going on this journey with Angel and I, but sharing the stage with Angel as she's going through the next stage of her life. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with building your audience, finding the right clients, or even retaining those clients that you already have, I have a complimentary guide that'll help you grow your audience organically, online and offline, connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. And you can grab your free guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina morning show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we are so grateful for you, our loyal fans, our audience, our guests today, for being with us. We will see you guys tomorrow when I have my co-host, Michelle Cunningham, with me. Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.